Quitting, why do people quit, and how to prevent that? That's going to be the topic for today's episode. By the way, my name is Boris Kish, and welcome to the channel. So, usually when I was working with the clients and when I was talking to some friends of mine, mostly not colleagues, but friends, people who are not completely into this kind of lifestyle as I am, usually had problems with quitting. And this is why it happens. So pretty much people go to the gym, start going to the gym, and they have some unrealistic expectations. They look at somebody on the YouTube who is promising them some kind of unrealistic transformation, or they read some program that also does that they're going to have body of their dream in, let's say, 4 weeks or 2 months or 3 months or 4 months, and then they're looking themselves nonstop on the scale or in the mirror. And when they don't achieve the results that they imagine that they will achieve in their head, they quit. And in some areas in my life, I kind of had that wrong mindset, but luckily, this lifestyle for me, and I hope for you, because I want to teach you this knowledge and this experience, helped me to prevent that. So, first of all, there is no shortcut when you want to build your body and when you want to become lean. There is no shortcut, and there is no, let's say, easy way. Everything in life that has purpose, that is good, wasn't easy. That doesn't mean that you have to piss blood and that you have to suffer and that is not worth it at the end. But honestly, my 100% truthful conclusion after 40 years of living on this planet in this materialistic world is that there is no shortcut. And I'm pretty sure that whatever you achieved in your life, what made you who you are now, wasn't easy. And you should be really proud of yourself as I'm proud of you. And let's put it even simpler. I mean, if I like to put a little bit of this Tabasco sauce in my tomato soup. Until this Tabasco was fully developed, it had to stay in wooden barrels for about, if I'm not lying to you, as far as I remember, for 3 years, covered with salt. Then they took it out and then they made the final procedure. You cannot have a good alcohol, you cannot have high quality whiskey or tequila that didn't had to go through the long process and period of time till it was finally matured. You cannot finish a good college with good grades and become a good doctor or a lawyer or scientist if you haven't gave a lot of time, motivation, and dedication until you became that. You cannot be a good and proper husband to your wife that you must respect and that you have to love, of course, if you developed empathy in your life without giving a huge amount of effort. And I see nothing wrong with that. I see that as a blessing and privilege. I mean, you cannot have proper marriage if overnight you cannot become a good father that's going to raise mentally stable and healthy children overnight. All of that takes time. You cannot be a good driver overnight. If you, let's say, you went to the driving school, you passed for your driving license, and then boom, you immediately can drive like Michael Schumacher on the street. No, it's not going to happen, and hopefully you're never ever going to try to drive like that. Don't listen to this. So what I wanted to say, I mean, when I passed the exam, let's say for my driver's license, it took me at least a year until I felt safe in my car and on the streets. I would say it takes at least 3 to 5 years until you can say that you are a stable driver on the streets. Of course, if you're following the rules and if you know what driving means and if you don't try to show off, cross every possible border out there and drive in a narcissistic kind of way. So the conclusion to all of this is the fastest way to achieve your goals and not too quick is the smooth and slow way. That doesn't mean that it's going to be boring. Just give yourself proper amount of time. Don't look at the stopwatch figuratively. Don't look at the scale non-stop. Don't look yourself in the mirror. Don't compare yourself with anyone. You are your own competition. And I guarantee you 100% you're going to get there. The ones who achieved the most results were not the ones that they did it overnight. And gonna give you one more example. I mean, when I was competing, I was preparing for myself. So just for the competition, I was preparing myself 16 weeks. Imagine this is 16 weeks, 24 hours lifestyle. And then when I go to the stage, I have altogether maybe brutto 5 minutes of overall performance. So those are 16 weeks for those 5 minutes. It didn't came overnight. I mean, if you look any profi bodybuilder, I mean, those are decades and decades and decades of dedication until they became what they are today. I mean, yes, there are some people who are multi-talents who achieve that much faster, but from my personal experience, they didn't last it so long. So they burned out pretty quickly. I mean, nothing that's going to last can happen overnight. And as I said, I'm pretty sure that you are 100% going to achieve your goal. Just give yourself time and the result will come. The result must come. You don't have to be perfect. Nobody is perfect. I'm the first one who is completely imperfect. I have more flaws than any of you out there. Just, you know, don't be a quitter. That's the most important thing. And this is what's going to make the change between you and all the quitters out there. If you like what I said today, please write something in the comment section, whatever you want, and please like and subscribe this video because I want to help as many people as you are out there. Till next time, bye.